Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. How are you all doing? Great too? Good? That's very great. Yes, I'm also good. Alhamdulillah. Thank you. And welcome to your numeracy class. In today's class, we will be starting practice of a new number operation. Okay. So far we have learned about the first and the basic number operation, that is addition. Well, subtraction is also one of the basic number operation, but it comes after. You can say that it comes after the addition. Okay. So we will, in today's class, we will first understand what does subtraction means, how do we subtract two numbers, and how to find the difference, let's say, between two numbers. Okay. So before starting with the subtraction, let's first quickly boost up each other. So I'll be asking you a few numbers and you are supposed to tell me their answers quickly. Okay. So what comes before 7? 6. What comes after 8? 9. What comes in between 2 and 5? 3 and 4. Excellent. What comes after 11? 12. Very well done. What comes before 1? 0. Well done. What comes after 7? 8. Very well done. So all of you are energetic now? Okay, great. So let's start with what does subtraction means and how do we subtract numbers. Okay. So subtraction is the another is one of the mathematical or number operation, and it is represented by this sign, a small dash, right? This is the sign of subtraction. Now subtraction means, or in subtraction we subtract one number from the other number. Okay. In subtraction what we do, we subtract one number from the other number, right? And why do we subtract one number from the other number? To find their difference. In order to find the difference between two numbers, we subtract them from each other. Okay. So let's see, you have, or remember when we were discussing how to write numbers, or the in the word form, I told you that there are three things which are associated with a number. The first thing is there is this digit, then that digit has a name, and then it has a value attached to it. Let's say there is a digit 3, its name is THRW3, and its value is this much number of items, right? So every number has a value, and that value makes that number bigger or smaller from the other number. Let's say when you say that 5 is greater than 3, why you call that? Because you know that 5 has more value than 3, right? When I say that I have, and let's say 5 number of objects, this means I'll be having this number of objects, right? And let's say you have 3 number of objects, so you will be having this number of objects. Now 5 is greater. Why? Because it has more numbers, it has more value, right? So that is why what we do, we subtract one number, the higher number or the larger number, we subtract the smaller one from the bigger one, right? And then we find the difference between the two, right? Okay, so now we will be practicing, start practice of it from the very smallest number. Let's say, okay, so we will be again using these apples. Let's say you have four apples. Okay, how many apples do you have? Four. You previously have four apples, and you ate two out of them in your break time. Okay, I'm folding the two so that it shows that you have eaten two. Okay, you ate two in the break time. This means that now two are two are no more with you, right? So in order to find out the difference between two numbers, or in order to find out how many apples are left with you, what you will be doing, you will find You will first write the number, the total number, and you will subtract the numbers which you have eaten, right? So 4 minus 2. And what would be the procedure? The procedure is same that we have followed in addition as well. That first we will be writing the numbers in vertical order, then we will be writing the placing values, and then we will subtract. So draw the 4 lines. 4. How many we are supposed to minus? 2. So 4 minus 2, answer 2. This means that you are left with 2 apples, right? 1 and 2. Got it? So this is how we find the difference between two numbers, or this is how we find the difference between two values. We know that 4 have more value. Why? Because 4 have more number of objects. And then when you have eaten 2 out of them, now you are left with only 2 more apples. And how did you find that? You will first write them in vertical order, then you will subtract them. Got it? Okay, now I'm going to share the screen with you. There is this interesting video related to subtraction. Let's watch that together. That will help you reinforce the concept, and then we will be moving forward, okay?
Today's topic, subtraction.
I believe in you! One! Woohoo! One octopus! Two! Woohoo! 4 minus 2 equals 2! Three! Woohoo! 5 minus 2 equals 3! Good job! Zero! Woohoo! 5 minus 5 equals 0! Zero! Woohoo! 1 minus 1 equals 0! Three! Woohoo! 5 minus 2 equals 3! One! Woohoo! 2 minus 1 equals 1! Good job!
See, so we have seen that in the videos there were different number of objects. First we have the more value, we have the more number of objects, and then we subtract them from we subtract some of them from that greater number, and we find the next number, right? Like we have previously 4 apples, and when you ate 2 out of them, we are left with only 2 apples. Similarly, we have different number of objects, we remove some out of them, and then we find the difference between two. So this is how we practice or we do subtraction. Okay, now I want all of you to open your book, page number 49. Subtraction. The topic is subtraction. Okay, so in your book it has started with two number of subtraction. There is no one number subtraction, but I want you, in order to introduce with this concept, I know that you have already done this in previous grades as well, and you are very well familiar with what is subtraction, but I want you to understand or start practicing from the one digit number. Right now we will practicing the two digit subtraction. Okay, so there are two types of, like we did addition, there was one with carrying over and then without carrying over. Similarly, when we talk about subtraction, there will be one with borrowing and without borrowing, right? And we will be practicing both of them. So now I want all of you to open your notebooks, write today's date, Prepare a page for yourself, and then we will be practicing two-digit subtractions, right? Let's say the first number is 38 minus 16. See, these are two numbers. So the first step would be the same that I told you just now, that first we will be writing the numbers in the vertical order, right? So 38 minus 16, right? Vertical order. Then we will be writing the values over it, right? Now see how we will be subtracting first number, second number from the first one. There are eight. So first you will be drawing the eight lines over here. And how many lines you are supposed to subtract? Six. Subtract six out of them. One, two, three, four, five, six. How many are left? Two. So write number two over here. Similarly, what is the highest number or the number on the top? Three. So draw the three lines on this side. How many numbers you are supposed to subtract? Only one. So how many lines are left? Two. So this means that the answer is 22. Got it? Let's practice one more. 78 minus 65. Okay. So we will be writing 78 minus, sorry, 65 like this. Then write the values over it. How many lines? Draw the eight lines and then seven. Okay. How many lines you are supposed to cancel out of eight? Five. So one, two, three, four, five. Okay. How many are left? One, two, three. So write number three over here. Then on this side, how many lines? Seven. And how many numbers you are supposed to cancel? Six. So one, two, three, four, five, six. How many is left? Only one. So this means that the answer is number 13. Got it? So this is how we subtract two numbers, or we find the difference between two numbers, right? Okay. Now see in your book something, the information which is given to you is we will be practicing with borrowing over in tomorrow's class, inshallah. I don't want you to, this all will be create a confusion in your mind. So in order to remove that confusion, you will just be practicing the questions without borrowing over, in which there is no need to borrow from the next number, right? Okay. Now there is some interesting information which Octopus is giving you, the same thing that I always tell you, that always work with the ones first and then with the tens. That you are supposed to start always from the right hand side, right? Okay. Now I'm going to write few numbers over here for you that you are supposed to practice. Hurry up, note them down. Okay, these three questions you are supposed to practice them at your home, and do let me know if you have any confusion, if something is making trouble for you. Just let me know, and inshallah in tomorrow's class we will be practicing subtraction with borrowing over. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed the lecture. Do share this video with others because it's free learning. I'll be seeing you in the next class. Take care. Allah Hafiz.